There are so many signs that's really telling us that we are literally at the end of times, but this is how you really know. It is the advancement of technology. So now they're saying that in China, scientists have created an android capable of carrying a child from conception to birth instead of a woman. So they're saying that the fetus will develop in an artificial womb. And once it develops in an artificial womb, it will be stimulated with an umbilical cord and amniotic fluid, and it's saying that it will be receiving all the necessary nutrients that it will need. The first of these devices are expected to be released in 2026. This is how you know we're at the end of times. And priced at $14,000. I'm going to pin one of my prophetic videos that I did. It was a prophetic dream, and at the time of the dream, there was no recollection. There was nothing that people was talking about concerning buying robots and going to the store buying robots. This is back in 2023, I believe. I dreamt the dream that I was going into the store and picking out and buying a robot. My sister that I was with in the dream. Now I'm gonna post that I'm gonna pin it at the top, and the reason why is because that dream happened way before I knew there was any real conversation concerning robots being bought in stores. So this threw me. Folks is marrying AI bots. I had no recollection, no knowledge. Did y'all know that people is actually getting married to these AI bots? But not only that, you have robots soon to be able to carry babies. And of course, you have to understand the deception around it. Of course, it sounds like a great thing because there are women who cannot bear children. And I sympathize with those women. I get it. But we must understand that when we see, just like in the days of Noah, when they begin to go against the natural order of God, that is when all hell broke loose. In the days of Noah, the reason why judgment came is because there was such corruption of God's creation. And humanity had become completely wicked as what we see today. We see the wickedness. We are experiencing wickedness on such a high level. Interesting about the Bible, it speaks to all of these things that are happening. In Daniel 12, and I believe the 4th chapter, it says, "But you, Daniel, close up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge." As we read this text, some has interpreted running to and fro as a prophecy of modern air travel, but not only that, and global mobility, while increased knowledge is seen as a reference to the rapid technology advancement of our time, which we are learning and we're hearing even as it relates to our global economy and what is happening. We see that the economy is changing. I'm using key words. And as it changed, there are things being implemented because of the massive change globally and economically. We can't get into what China is doing as it relates to, we know that when it comes to demonic oppression, demons need a house. It needs a vessel, okay? And so I can go there as it relates to what we see with these robots being able to bear children. That's not by chance, because when we think about the days of Noah, how the fallen and what they did to mix in, and it became a mixed breed. So Satan has always been about trying to tear down the image of God. You know that humanity is made in God's image. So that's why there's such a fight for us to fall into sin. So demonic beings are able to occupy humanity, occupy God's creation that is made in his image. So it's a whole ploy to make God's image, God's humanity, God's people into completely turning wicked. Imagine you raising your child, and you raise your child in a certain way, and then this child grow up to be completely different than what you have instilled in this child. That will internally eat you up. I'll say all that to say, if technology has advanced to this point and it's going against God's natural order of God, you can imagine what the beast system is going to do, the purpose of the beast system. And we're seeing already technology completely taking over the world with AI, with ChatGPT. I mean, it's almost like it has a mind of its own. So we see that advancement and how it completely goes against the natural order of what God has always intended for this world to be. I say this because we must be aware. The fact that nobody's talking about this, like they're going to create babies, like humans. They're saying that they're going to be actual humans. Do y'all actually... I'll let y'all figure that out. Just like in the days of Noah, they were mixing in, and it created a different breed of things. Know that this goes against the natural order of God. We see the order of God. God created the heavens and the earth. He created man and woman. He created heavens and the earth. He created man and woman. That is the order of God. Humanity. We are made in his image. He didn't make iron and clay together. He didn't merge that. It goes totally against the natural order of God. Although things may seem, this is helpful for people to be able to be healed and all these things, Satan, what he does is he poses as an angel of light. The Bible has given us the playbook. He's posing as an angel of light. All this fixes everything, every problem. People are sad. But it's wickedness. That's what it is. It's literal wickedness. Open your eyes and see that we are at the end of age. We're at the end of times. When you begin to see things like this, we're here. Open your eyes.